Hello wonderful people, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the new EP from Badklaat, WYLD. This is the fourth Never Say Die EP from Mr. Adam James, aka Badklaat. By this point, one of the label's undoubted legends and mainstays, no doubt. Fundamental in its development and evolution as one of the main faces of the recently ended Black label sister imprint, which only now with it gone are we collectively beginning to realise just how big it was. The centrepiece and driving force of the RIDDIM boom in shaping the last 3 or 4 years of dubstep, and arguably becoming more popular than the main label itself. And Badklaat was and has been a massive part of that. In the immediate past, you know, kind of 2020, I'd say he was the absolute embodiment of hit and miss with his music. On the one hand, putting out the seriously hard-hitting and in part super ambitious Blunt Force EP, one of my favourites of the whole year. On the other, releasing some of the most redundant and formulaic music that not only he, but also Never Say Die have ever put out. Rave Dash, Bring It, Ambush, Alien X, just... what do these songs add? And what singles them out from thousands of other very similar sounding tunes? I think the answer to both those things is nothing. So yeah, going into WYLD, I think more than ever, I had no idea what kind of quality, what kind of ideas we were going to get from Badklaat. And really, WYLD is a pretty accurate representation of where his music's at right now, showcasing both the great and the not so great of his style. The great material on the EP, in my opinion, arriving in the middle of the collection with tracks 2 and 3, the title tune and Mad Ting, respectively. The former and title tune being up there with the biggest curveball throws in bass music of 2021, no question, no doubt. Jazzy, funky, drum and bass and glitch hop, lead female vocal. I mean, if I said all those things, I'm pretty sure Badklaat would be one of the last producers you'd think of. Yeah, here we are. Everything about this song works, from the choice of sounds, the ideas they form, the progression from one half to another, the musicality, the arrangement, the vocal. It is genuinely mad to me how out of left field it is and how well it's done. Like, you know, for what it is, for me anyway, it needs nothing more. Really don't want to play down the melodic aspect of the track. The note choice is perfect and the vocal embellishes that soothing, feel-good vibe in the ideal way. The transition from the D&B first half into the more glitch-hoppy kind of second half could have gone horribly wrong, but is managed really well. With a selection of tones and moods I've never heard from Badklaat and may never hear again arriving all at once. So yeah, overall, very here for it. A clear, weird flex but okay moment, but in the best way possible. Following that, we have Mad Ting, which is also fantastic, but in completely different ways. Driven forward by a deep, devilish vocal sample reminiscent of the Bug, Flowdan, and Killer Peace Skeng from 2008. The stabbing drops that we get here with the little interjections of said vocal are brilliantly done. The flow and interplay between everything we get in the heavier moments being pretty spot on. It's just got a real presence to it throughout. Structurally, it's quite interesting. A few kind of lull moments where it feels a bit indecisive with its direction, kind of hanging there, not sure what to do next. But I do think that enhances the overall creepiness of it. You know, it is different as an approach, but it can be welcomed. Beginning and ending the EP, however, we have 2 tracks of the more, I suppose I could say, ordinary variety when it comes to Badklaat. File the opener Get Outta Here alongside the many other Badklaat tunes that do hardly anything of note. Extremely straightforward drop ideas that feel flat and sluggish with no dynamism to them at all. Granted, there are bits of colour dropped in here and there to give it a bit of life, and the vocal sample that we get in the introduction and later on as well isn't bad, but ultimately another track in the Badklaat discography that feels plain, bereft of inspiration, and very one-dimensional. Not quite as offensive though as the closer Killer, which even more so than Get Outta Here, I feel like when I hear this tune I'm hearing 10 other Badklaat tracks at the same time. More stomping, formulaic dubstep with absolutely no invention to it at all. It just doesn't really do anything. The kind of tune that I'm not sure I see the point in, if I'm being honest, in the sense that why would I listen to this track and not the hordes of other ones that sound exactly the same? Well, pretty much anyway. You know, what does it add? What am I getting from this tune that I can't get elsewhere? It's pure filler, nothing else. Beyond that, the vocal sample used in the introduction of that tune, and later on as well, is very odd. It doesn't work at all. But overall, this EP, just exactly what I said earlier, conceptually the best and worst of Badklaat on show here. Beyond the ideas, I think the production across the collection is pretty great. You know, nothing here to me anyway feels outright rough on the ear, which isn't easy to do. It also has quite an enduring feel to it, even though as a project it's pretty short. You know, not long, but it's got body, which is good. But ultimately it comes down to the ideas, and to me WYLD represents everything that Badklaat is best for, with the ambition and the clever construction that we get in the middle part of the EP, whilst also reminding us of how painfully simplistic his music can be with the opener and closer, making for a wildly mixed experience overall. Now in terms of my favourite, then I would have to go with WYLD, just so far removed from everything that we know Badklaat for, but done so well. The best kind of ambition. And in terms of recommendations, if you enjoyed the EP, you know, it's such a mixed collection that I'm not sure I have any as a kind of wholesale outlook and overview of the EP, but if you enjoyed Mad Ting, then definitely check out Skeng, which I mentioned earlier in the review. But there we have it, my full review, my extended thoughts on the new EP from Badklaat, WYLD, released on Never Say Die, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. But now I want to pass it off to you guys. What are you making of WYLD? Which track of the 4 is your pick? Drop all of your views, thoughts, and opinions in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell along the way, and all the necessary links are down below. Social media accounts, Patreon, Twitch, and more. Get checking them out in the description. But yeah, keep it naughty. If it's naughty, then you know, and I shall see all of you legends in the next one. Peace!